Yo. This once again, it's Big Bang from Big Bang Radio Show coming back at you, man. Kind of upbeat, but kind of sad because what I'm about to talk about, it's kind of hurtful a little bit, I guess. But anyway, so does anybody still have friends? And like you're over 30 years old, or you in your 30s or 40s? Do you still have people that you conduct as friends still? I had to like really break that down because I'm at the point where I don't think I got friends no more by definition. I think I have family and I have associates and that's it. I don't think I have friends anymore at my age. And I'm in my late 40s. I don't think I have friends anymore. I think I just have associates and family. And when I say family, I'm because of my family. I don't I don't consider some family, and I don't consider some friends or once friends are now family. So if you didn't catch that, some people that I consider family, I don't. That's by blood, and some people that are not by blood, I consider them family because of our past relationships on both sides of that coin. I consider them family, and I got some real true people that I consider family. Now, do they consider me family? I think for the most part, those that are not blood, I think for the most part they do consider me family. I think that for me to go that far to state it like that, I think that the feeling's mutual, you know. But as far as family, it's ups and downs. It's ups and downs. You know, I think people, I think people put the trust into the word like, oh, we're related by relation. That makes you trustworthy, and it doesn't. Like I've had betrayals. I've had betrayals by my family, my bloodline family, way farther worse than people that I've now considered family. And I know that's I don't know what your race is, but in the black is in half or more than half black households, that's not uncommon. So, and I'm cool with that because once you see who a person really is, it's like, well, shit, I ain't got to work hard no more. People that you really have love for, it's not a job. It's just like Johnny on the spot. It's just it is what it is. And the caring, the thoughtfulness, it just comes a part of the company. It's all in the car with you. It's already stored in the fridge. It's in a cabinet. Like to do something for you is never a problem. It's never a hindrance for people that you love, and that's family. And then there's blood family, where it's like we used to have that relationship, but now I have to lock up everything because you just did some whole shit. So it's kind of like you breaking down a resume of a person that you figured love you just off the strength of daddy's brother, mama's sister, or whatever, what have you, and it's like, oh shit, he's just a whole ass nigga on the street like the rest of these whole ass niggas or bitches or whatever. So, it's kind of like, oh shit. I put my trust in you because generations or DNA told me to, and it was false. So it's a lot of people that are not blood that I consider sisters and brothers, and they have yet to let me really truly down yet. Now nobody's perfect, so everybody did it's ups and downs. Like, oh shit, I can't believe this nigga, or things vice versa, things of that nature. And I probably did it to somebody, which I've tried not to, but I'm just saying I'm not perfect. So when it comes to family and friends, it's a line with me because I don't have friends anymore. Excuse me. I don't have friends at this age of my life. Either you family or you associates. And our associates is like that work stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know, you go to the job, yeah, you might be with these guys or gals for 8 to 12 hours and they play a part in your day to day, but nah, no, because a job is somewhat competition. A job, you try to, especially if you're in a unionized place, it's kind of like you think that you could trust people, but everybody's underhanded depending on the situation at home or at the job. People become underhanded and sneaky and all that other type of shit that you want to roll into it. So I had to learn the hard way. I was a supervisor for over close to over a decade at one spot. I treated my workers like they were my kids. And I did above and beyond. I mean like Christmas gifts, um barbecues on my money, everything on my money. You know, you need some help. Here go some tires. You know what I'm saying? Your tires bald. You can't keep going to work like this. Here, let's go to the street, get some tires right quick. You know, let's go do this. Let's oh, what you trying to do? That's what you're trying to do? Let me see how I can help you. I was doing all that shit just because I wanted them to grow and I still am and was then a positive individual that was much older than these kids. I was old enough to be some of their daddy. You know, I could have been some of their daddy, some of them. And it was just like, not that I was betrayed in the end, which I was, but it was more or less like, man, I'm never being in a situation, especially when it comes to a job, to go that far and beyond. I'm not doing it. It's strictly work. And if it's work, then there's no friendship there. There's no trust. I can't depend on you beyond what your duties are. So that's what I left it at. And so when I moved on, that's what I kept with me. So then at this point in my life, it's like, nigga, you family or you an associate? An associate, I pledge no loyalty with you. What comes out my mouth, how I do, it's all about your character to my character. That's it. Now, lucky enough, I'm a cool dude, so I do cool things. I'm not going to trade in my morals because I won't consider you a friend. My morals are my morals. So there it is. But other than that, I ain't going past the line. I ain't inviting nobody in, and I ain't pretending to be something that I'm not. So there, there you go. I had like one of my peoples reached out to me, which was kind of weird a little bit, but anyway, um, they left me with a note like, you know, family is all we got, and I was like, how do I respond to this shit? So I was polite, but when you come from when you come from a loving family and then go out to the world, you kind of realize that you've been sheltered. It's just like any kid that comes from a good household or things of that nature, and then they get into the world and they see all these difficult people at such a young and early age. You find out like, oh shit, I didn't see that when I was coming up. When I was a kid, I didn't see that type of stuff when I was a kid. So when I get around certain people, like, damn man, this nigga, how people used to say, this nigga 4 going on 40, because they have experienced so much shit at a young age, is traumatizing. This shit is scarred, and this nigga is fucked up. But he's coping because it's survival instincts. And then sometimes, as you stay around people like that, then you tend to take on instincts, and then you grow. But it's all about how far will it take on you when you got to stay grounded. And that's where that prayer come in, because a lot of times you take on shit that you pick up in the street, and that shit ends your life. The wrong choice could change everything for you. So when it comes to family and friends, it's not too many or no friends at all for me. You either family or you just an associate. Because a lot of times, to be honest with you, people usually just look at each other like, what can I use this person for? And I'm against that. If we hustling, or I got money and I'm trying to put you on something, there's a ratio and aspect where I say, okay, what can I use you for? What can I do for you to make you an abundance of money like me? But just off the strip of, let me use this person, let me use, like, no, man, no, no, that don't seem cool with me. That doesn't sit right with me. So yeah, family and friends, man, that shit a thin line. And I think a lot of us need to start doing that, like breaking the shit up. I think you need to break it. I think at a certain point in your life, you need to break that shit up, because when you get angry, like I've been angry with family before, like cussing, mad, wanting to whoop your ass, mad. Not shoot nobody. I ain't got that far. I haven't had a situation. Well, if it had went that way, I would have shot some niggas up. But a lot of times it just been like, man, why you putting me in this? Why you putting me in a situation where I might have to respond bad to you? We supposed to, we supposed to love each other. We supposed to care about each other. So don't put me in a situation where I'm about to pull your card because you on some whole shit. So if anybody out there got problems with their family, I understand. I understand. Like I get it. If you would have said that shit to me about maybe 20 years ago, 20 years ago, or maybe a little bit more, you couldn't say one thing about nobody in my family. And that's on both sides. You couldn't talk about nobody in my family bad, or it's gonna be a problem. It's kind of like back when you was a kid and the yo mama jokes come out. Like, nigga, 20 years ago, I don't care if I never seen them niggas yet, but I knew they was family, or I visited them one time. You couldn't say one thing about my family 20 years ago. You couldn't. It's an issue, nigga. It's on the flow. Now, oh man. Tell me what you got, I tell you what I got. Tell me what you got. You come to the front of the congregation and you tell me what you got, and I'll tell you what I got. Because it might sound similar. And they'd be like, damn, man, well, how can we make, man, we can't make that shit work, man, because a lot of that shit pride, a lot of that shit was like hate that never, or beef that never even started before you was even thought of. It's been a beef secretly. Secretly, it was an issue before you was even thought of. Then here you come along. Then things change, finances change, people change. Not so much. but how people did things, how they saw best fit to raise their kids. Some people stayed in the house where mama said can't nobody eat till daddy eat. Daddy get the biggest piece of chicken. Uh, mama and daddy liked it. All this, just the way they was raised. That's how they moved. That's how they did over there. Now over here, we didn't do like that. Nigga, everybody get a big piece of chicken. Nigga, everybody gonna show respect to mom and daddy. Nigga, everybody clothes gonna be washed and clean. Whoever the oldest gonna look after the youngest. You know, the morals in one household ain't the same in the other. So then when you don't move like that, you and your kids might be jealous, or you, because you don't set your standards up that high, you come along and feel like it's unnecessary. So it's like, hmm? Somebody that's been brought up in a better structure, like, you think it's unnecessary. You don't you think it's an issue with everybody brushing their teeth before they go to bed. Wake up in the morning, brush your teeth and wash your face. Take a bath, a shower every day. The kids get to eat a 4-course meal. You don't think the kids deserve to eat as good as the man that come home with the bag? Because they ain't working or bringing income in, or whatever reason you might have. Huh? You don't respect the dad. You don't respect the man of your house. So then you teach your kids not to respect the man of the house. So then the kids is acting foul to the daddy. Huh? All this type of shit. I got just like the stories you got in your household and in your family, your so-called family. I got the same shit. I got the same shit. Niggas desire to be messy all the time. This desire. Some people have a desire to cause drama and conflict. But then when you approach them about it, ain't a smoke, ain't a fire, ain't shit burning. So what was it for? What was the problem? Nigga, don't tell me about no family. Don't tell me about no family and try to make me believe that family and the same niggas that's outside your door is different. Because they not. The ties are not the same. I don't think in this day and age the ties are not the same. There's too much stuff that we put in front of um, togetherness and tradition. We obliterate it. Most people who have children, I don't have any kids myself, but from what I've seen, most people don't raise their kids the way they was raised. And I mean, people that came from good families. It's just like, I don't do what my parents did to me. And it's like, I'm looking at a nigga or a woman that's doing all right for themselves. So what was so bad that your parents did that you turned away from what they taught you to this new era shit? I got to be honest with you. I ain't heard about a kid getting a whooping in so long. I forgot. I just ain't heard nobody say that shit in a very very long time. Like I had to whoop. I ain't heard a nigga say he had to whoop his kid's ass since probably it's 2026. Probably '01, '02. No, probably about '04, '05. I remember my homie telling me he jumped in the whip and I said I could tell he was fucked up. I said, "What's up, homie? What's going on with you?" And niggas say, just had to whoop my son's ass, man. He's fucking up at school. I was like, okay, you good? Yeah, man. But I had to get at that nigga, man. So that was a good whooping because he didn't feel good about it, but he knew that shit had to be done. Like now, I got a niece now. She got a whooping when she was a kid because that's what we grew up on whoopings and shit. But it wasn't like she had to get a lot of them. It was like a one and done with that situation. But back to family and associates or whatnot. Man, I hate to sound blunt like this, but I don't put shit past no hoe. And that's real. I ain't putting shit past no hoe. We living in a world where people just give me whatever you got, and I don't care what it is. That's the kind of world we living in. Give me whatever you got, I don't care what it is. Like what? You too open. You too wide open for me, baby. You way too open for me, baby. Cause some women they ain't accepted just any and everything. That's just what it is. It ain't that ain't changing. You're not just gonna tell me any and everything. But like I say, man, family and associates, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. Somebody's in the cross of you, and you can't change their mind if it patterns a better way for them. Oh man, just another day, another damn day, boy. I can't see it. I can't see it no other way, man. But yeah, that's the Big Bang talk of the day, man. I'm gonna hit y'all with some more stuff, but I'm gonna just take a break and say, man, just pray for your friends, pray for your family, pray for your associates, and pray for your enemies. May they all their hearts and mind be changed. It's the end of the day, man. It's Big Bang, man. Peace out.